What's up? It's your boy Ken Davis. You listen to the Ken Davis Radio Show, Powerful Radio FM. I got Famous on the line. What's up, Famous?
Man, what's going on with you, man?
Man, how you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good, man. Getting ready to try to drop this album out there September 25th, The Ghetto Passport.
Already, okay. Who all you got on the album?
I got E40 on the album. I got Bun B. I got Billy Cook. I got John Bon Jovi, and
Man,
and then I got some of my Spin Rich camp, as far as some of the guys I work with. So it's a nice little well-rounded album.
okay, okay. And you're a former football pro, right?
Yeah, I play. Played with the New York Giants for like 4 years, and I played arena ball for 2 years. And the situation with and I went to Rutgers College. I walked on with the New York Giants. I didn't even know if I was gonna make the team or not. So basically, I walked on. I got a chance to go to the Super Bowl in 2000, and basically like every year I was cut, and I just played my way back on the team just by staying in shape and just grinding it out, just like I'm doing this music. So it wasn't like I was a draft pick or I got somebody gave me something because I had to go get. It's no different. It's just people trying to shut the door, and I got to keep trying to open the door to let people know, hey, I'm legit, and this is what I'm doing.
Where I feel that much respect. Now, seeing how you went to Rutgers, I gotta ask you this question. A little bit
Yeah.
off topic. How do you feel about those Don Imus comments? I'm sure you heard about it. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I heard about it, man. I felt bad for the girls, the actual girls that play for the team Rutgers, because I don't think they did anything wrong. They were just out there. Plus, much respect to Rutgers University, and for any person to attend Rutgers, I mean, you got to be pretty smart to go to school there and do everything you're doing. Plus, try to balance both things. So the Don Imus thing was something that he was just very ignorant to say, and then he tried to blame it on hip hop, that hip hop artists use the same thing and all this kind of stuff. But the thing was, I mean, those were girls playing basketball. They wasn't doing nothing. They're not in the streets. They're not in the videos. They're not doing anything like that. So I think it was just a remark of him. I don't know. I don't even know why he said what he said. But what happened to him. So hopefully those girls got over that little bruise, and hopefully they can go on with their careers and their lives and things like that.
Word. I'm feeling on that. That's what I always ask people that because like when I first heard about it, like you say, it's total ignorance. That's not even like you say, it's Rutgers University. You went there as a very prestigious school, so I mean, it's not like um these girls are not they trying to do something with their life. You know what I'm saying? Real positive basketball, getting a degree. So I like you say, those comments to me were real unfair. You know what I'm saying?
It was just came out of left field because I mean I can understand. I still can't understand when you make comments to somebody that's out there living a life like that. Like if you went in a strip club and said something like that, but you still can't go in a strip club and say nothing like that because you don't know what that person is outside of what their work is. And for him to say something about someone that's going to school and playing an athletic sport and
Yeah.
they're in the Final Four, they were in the and they were at the game, the game. So for
Yeah.
him to say that, it would seem like he tried to bring press onto himself, which backfired, because he was at the top of the peak. Everybody wanted to hear about the game afterwards. It's just like you just talked about the Super Bowl or talked about the NBA championship. Everybody got their eyes and ears open to see what someone's going to say, and he was on the big stage himself, so he made a comment that was really out of hand that, can't nobody question why he did it but himself.
Okay. Okay. Now, with that in mind, he said hip hop is the call. If people can hip hop can say it, so can he. Now let me know like about your music and how do you feel you play a role in that? Do you feel like hip hop um, needs to step up, and do you feel like you're gonna do it, or you just or let me know a little bit more about your music. Just tell me that first of
Oh,
all.
oh, well, first off, my music is called the Ghetto Passport on this particular album, and I think my music is basically it's talking about the things that I've seen, where I growed up in it. I ain't never sold no drugs out there, but shoot, a lot of us have lived in the projects and we've seen things go on like that. Of racist things that happen. The way this world is working with the tragedy, with the 9/11, the Katrina thing. So I kind of embark on a lot of little things. I don't have a political album, but every song has a place on the album. And then I tried to tone down, cuss words and things like that because of everything that's going on with hip hop. As far as like, everybody trying to point the finger at us once they make a mistake, like a Don Imus, and he try to point the finger on us. So and then you got Oprah Winfrey, and then you got Al Sharpton. So you got a lot of people that are trying to stand up for our culture and what we do. So and then you got some rappers like Master P. He was trying to make a stand on it. So me with my conscience, first thing when I'm like after my album's done, all this stuff didn't happen. But I go back and look at my album, I go, man, there's some things on there that I went back and cleaned up a little bit, so it ain't so in your face. So I did that, based on I got a mom and she's black mom, what I'm saying. I got a sister, so what I want that going on, I got to question myself. But at the same time, there's people out there that live their life like that.
Right.
And then you also got to look at situations where there's movies that go on, there's poetry that goes on, there's so much other things going on besides rap music, which they use the same language. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can go to a movie and sit down and hear somebody say the N word and say the H word and say the MF, and you hear it all, but you don't think nothing when you walk out the movie.
Yeah.
And it may be one of your favorite actors, but you don't say nothing. It's a movie, just like this music is. It's a movie. When a rapper sits down and write a song, 9 times out of 10, he not finna go out there and do what he just did. Because if that's the case, a lot of us gonna be in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you write from the eyes of what's going on. It's a storyteller like Nas. I mean, when you listen to Nas, he sits there and tells you a story, and that's what the creativity of this music is. And for people to point and blame it on us is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And for as what I've done on my album, to get back to the thing, it's like I tried to take music and push the envelope where I have Bon Jovi on there. I'm the first rap artist to do something with him, and then I got the Fame David Bowie track that's never been cleared by a lot of hip-hop artists that's been around, and I'm a new artist coming out, but my label, they got it cleared, plus Collective Soul, Heaven Let Your Light Shine Down song is based on what happened with 9/11 and Katrina. Like, say something happens tomorrow, a big tragedy. We may think about it for 2 weeks, but then after 3-4 weeks, then we just forget about it. Like Katrina, there's still people suffering from Katrina, but we get up every day with our lives and just go on about our business if it didn't affect us.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I got the street tracks. You know what I'm saying? I got something with E40 talking about tripping, and people tripping on you because you're African American, you drive a nice car, you got nice clothes on. Obviously they think you're a drug dealer. They think but it's not like that. Hey man, I'm pushing corporate companies, or I'm doing this. This is how I make my money. But just because I'm black and I drive a nice car, obviously I sell dope, or I'm doing it some illegal route. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I got I got some R&B cuts on there talking about me and my ladies, and on a more of a positive tip than anything. Like a song called In Too Deep, that I'm in the streets too bad, and then she's trying to pull me back out the streets. And then I got Thug Taboo, where I just kick it with my lady from the hood. You know what I'm saying? And we have a good time. We'll call it Thug Taboo. So what I tried to do was I try to give basically like a compilation on my album, where if you don't like this one, then you'll like this one. And I got stuff for the kids, like the simple songs with the the good beat up underneath it, stuff like that. So that's where I went on this album. That's why I call it the Ghetto Passport, because you got a passport, you can go anywhere.
Already. Now let me know, how did that track with Bon Jovi? I'm curious. How did that come about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we finna get into the thick of things right now. Okay, the Bon Jovi thing. If people don't know, I think Bon Jovi's from New Jersey. And then when I went to school in New Jersey, I ended up, once my career was over at Rutgers, I ended up walking on with the Giants, as I said. And then when I played there, I was on a practice squad. I was basically like, I was like the bottom end of the bottom end on the team. But I just kept playing, kept grinding. The whole time I was doing my music too. So it wasn't like I just did this music, yesterday. I've been doing this ever since I was 14 years old.
Okay.
Through college, through junior college, through high school, through everything. So with the Bon Jovi thing, he came in. He used to come into the stadium because he likes the Giants and he likes sports. And one day I just shook his hand. I was like, "Roller, hey John, I'm Reggie, man, blah blah." And then it didn't mean anything right there. But then all of a sudden, once I got done with NFL and I played Arena League, I played in Nashville Cats. He owned the Philly Soul. Them two teams is rivals. They don't like us. We don't like them. And then I see him now. I roll up on him again. If I'm out there warming up, he walk by. "What's up, John? I'm Reggie." Just introducing myself, not knowing that we ever gonna do a song. Then all of a sudden I get the record deal through Nashville. This guy named Brad Warren that hooked me up with David Lyndon Huff, which is the CEO of World Jam Records. And David Huff's brother works with Dan Huff, worked on John Bon Jovi's new album, the one that just sold 200,000 in the first week. So when he was coming to do the label, he asked me, man, he's like, "Man, you got to push the envelope because a lot of hip-hop is kind of the same right now. What you going to do to be different?" I say, "Man, I whatever you want to do, bring in a collaboration, I'm down for it." So he was like, "What about Bon Jovi?" And I was like, I'm sitting there like, okay, man, that's like, asking to do something with Michael Jackson. It seems unreal. The next thing you know,